Hello everybody, welcome back to LilyLuLou. My name's Karen, I'm the Junk Journal Geek, and a very warm welcome whether you are a first time visitor or you're coming back and joining me again today. It's been a while, hasn't it? So I'm carrying on with the fairy tale journal. I've not really done anything since I last recorded a video, except I've moved where I am in the house. My daughter's changing her bedroom around and she has kindly donated me this desk. So we've scooched up the settee in the living room, and I've got my desk in the corner of the living room now. So I'm in the middle. I was that way before in the kitchen. Now I've come this way a bit and I'm right in the middle of the house. So the kitchen's that way and the living room, I'm in the living room, front window's that way. I'm hoping it'll be a bit quieter, but I don't know. I'm hoping Max will cooperate, but I don't know. And I don't know where anything is, and I don't know what I'm doing. So just sort of turn the camera on and start working on this, and we'll see how we get on. So all I have done in here is, I mentioned that I'd done some avocado dyed papers, and the first lot didn't take the dye at all. I mean, they just look completely white. The second lot look more like tea dyed papers, but they look okay in here, so I popped them in. And then I was doing an order for some wedding bits. I'm crafting things for my daughter's wedding, so I added on a pack of, this was supposed to be pastel colour paper, but the pink is actually quite pink, and I thought, oh, I'm not going to be able to use that. But now I've put it in here, I think it looks okay. I think it blends in okay. So that's all I've done, is I've added one sheet of this pink in each signature and 2 sheets of the avocado dyed paper that looks more like tea dyed paper. So I don't really know where I'm going from there. Oh, the other thing is I bought this book. I've been looking everywhere for an old fairy tale book that I could use in this journal, and I haven't been able to find one, but I did find this book of stories for girls, so I might use something out of here. I don't know, it's not really what I had in mind, but the colours were the closest to what, you know, to what the kit is, but the illustrations are not quite in keeping with the kit. And the other thing I found was this nursery rhyme book. I've got to work out where I need to put everything on this table now, because it's a different setup and my chair isn't big enough to sit under the table properly. See, these are quite nice illustrations in here. Not sure they go really with the fairy tale theme, but then nursery rhymes, fairy tales could probably make it work. So I might use some of those pages. I'm not sure. Don't know where to put anything. So yeah, I'm going to do something, but I don't know what. I saved this gold paper. I can't remember what this was. This was wrapped around something, and I thought if we want to make a crown or something, we've got that gold foil paper. Oh, and the other thing, I had printed out these butterfly pages to use when I first had in mind that I would make this journal. And if you did watch the previous video, you'll know this is a journal for a baby girl. And when I printed them out, I thought, oh, they're a bit bright to go with these papers, but actually I think they might be all right. So I think I might make some envelopes with these, because if this is a journal, you know, to keep for, but shall I show you these pages? You know, if this journal ends up being used as a keepsake type journal, you're going to want envelopes and things to store things in, aren't they? So I thought I would make some envelopes perhaps with some of these. I think this one might be a bit too psychedelic. I'm not sure. It doesn't look as, I was going to say it doesn't look as bad on camera. I don't mean it that way. They're beautiful papers. The colours are gorgeous. But this does look, it's the only way I can think of to describe it is psychedelic in real life than it does on the camera. but they are absolutely gorgeous, really beautiful. These are from the same Etsy seller as the castle pages that are in the journal, so they should, I think they will work all right. And then these are just other pages that I had printed out that I thought I was going to use, but then we went in a different direction, so I've got those for, you know, other things. So let's make some envelopey type things. So if I want it to fit on these pages, and we will lose some height purely by the fact that we're going to have, you know, the bottom folded up and some flaps, so it might be all right. So how are you all? I hope you're all happy and well. It's quite nice weather here still. We've had some rain on a few days, but on the whole it's been quite lovely here. Let's just have a look. So that will be okay in there. So I've been out for a walk with Max this morning, and I've come home. My husband is on nights at the moment, so I've come home and I need to think about this. I need this middle piece to come up so I can cut these side pieces off. Yeah, I came home after walking Max and cooked a dinner for him to take with him, because although he's on nights, he works in London and he does long shift. He'd be doing a 14-hour shift tonight, so he leaves quite early. You know, you think nights that people leave in the evening, but he's left. What time is it now? I think he left about half an hour ago. He left about 2:30. So that's going to come up there. So I need to take a little bit more off here so that will fold properly. So yes, I cooked his dinner for him to take with him. My youngest daughter was on a half day at work today, so she's come home and had lunch, then she's gone out shopping with her friend. So I thought this is about the first opportunity I've had, oops, I'm not making a very good job of this, to get back on camera, so I thought I would just do it, which is why I'm not really prepared and I don't know what I'm doing. And before you say it, I know it's nothing unusual there. Right, and then I need to do the same at the top, take these two outside pieces off. So yeah, I thought I'd just turn the camera on and start and see what happens. So that's what I'm doing. So who knows what will happen. So I've been trying to get myself a little more organised. Now that I've actually got a desk, I've managed to get practically all of my craft stuff off of the dining room table, which is good. So we can now, you know, we've got a little bit more space on the table while we're eating. But as I say, this means that I don't know where anything is. And I have mentioned before, if I don't craft every day, I find it really difficult to get back into it. I sort of sit here looking at stuff thinking, what am I doing? Right, that should be okay, and I'm going to make these more flappy shaped. So I need to try and get back to it, but it's easier said than done. There seems to be, at the moment, the way my life is going, there just seems to be something happening every day. My middle daughter, who you know works on board ship, although her contract is nearly ended, she finishes at the end of next month. She was at home, she had glandular fever, so she was at home. She's back at work now, but it's just, you know, it's just things, nothing major, but just things keep cropping up to sort of distract me from my crafting. Say, thank goodness, nothing major. I'm just putting a little bit of pinky inky in there, just so that's not so stark white in there. So my box of things I use all the time, like my scissors and my glue and my stapler and my pokey tool, it's all on the floor next to me. But it is on the floor, so it's a bit of a struggle to reach anything, which is why I'm leaning down rummaging, and I probably sound funny. Yeah, so I'm hoping that having this little area, even though it's still in the living room, and I still have to sort of squirrel things away. Hang on, I need to do these bits first, don't I? You know, I don't have a dedicated space to store things, or should have sorted my glue out before I came on, really, as I haven't used it for such a long time. I'm hoping that I will sort of get into a bit of a better routine, and I am aware that I have said that ever since I moved back downstairs. I did have a craft room upstairs when my daughter was working away permanently, but then when she got this contract, she works 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, so she obviously needed a bedroom back. So I lost my craft room, and since I've sort of moved everything back downstairs, I have found it really difficult to get into a routine and be consistent with my crafting, which is annoying because I love, you know, to spend time making things, doing things. But as I say, if I don't do it every day, I find it really difficult to get back into the swing of things, and I don't know where anything is. So now my one side of this is different to the other, so let's sort that out before I carry on. Tidy that up a bit. This must be the world's longest envelope making session. I will do some others with my, I've got an envelope board. That's not really the right name, is it? But I can't think what they're called at the moment. Right, so there's one little, it's like a coin envelope, isn't it? So that can go in somewhere. So we've done one thing. We've made a start. I don't know how it's going to go in there. It may go over a page. It may end up stuck onto a page. It may even go into a pocket. We shall have to wait and see. I know I need to make some ruffles and things, but I am waiting. I've ordered another 2. I'm just looking to see where all my envelopes are. Oh, getting distracted. I made this, oh dear, everything's falling down. I've got a big pile balancing on the arm of the sofa next to me, and it's all falling down. I have ordered from Etsy 2 slow stitching packs from Betty and Ivy. There is a previous video of me opening my last order from her, from Jill. Where is... I seem to have lost my glue stick. Yeah, I've ordered another 2 slow stitch packs, and one of them, if not both, is going to work with this journal. So I was hoping that was going to be here today, because I want to use the bits and pieces in there for this journal and do some stitching. Now I've got distracted. I made this masterboard from some, while I was moving everything, I had all bits of paper and I had this piece of packaging paper, so I just stuck everything on here instead of finding somewhere to put it away. So I'm thinking we can make some bits and pieces out of this. So I should really have my chompy chopper to do this, but it's over the other side of the room and I haven't got space on the desk and I don't want to go and get it. So what should we make? Well, this is already looking a little bit like a corner tuck, so we could make one of those, couldn't we? I've got 2 extra pieces of the avocado dyed paper here left over that I can use for things, so this is good for sizing things up and bits like that. So if I fold up this bottom, obviously you can tell I did this in a real hurry because nothing has actually stuck down. Haven't even got my glue mat here, don't know where that is. So if we fold that edge up, we will have a little bit of a, what will we have? We will have a gusset there, and then we can fold a bit in on this side. I'll sort that piece out in a minute because I'm going to be cutting some of this off anyway, aren't I? And we'll have a gusset that side. It might be slightly too thick actually to have a gusset. That would be a nice sturdy envelope, pocket, once I've stuck everything down properly. So let's mitre that a little bit. That will need to be stuck around there. And then how big would we want this to be? So let's fold along there. Let's just trim this piece off. So I've got a nice edge there for popping things in and out. This is quite thick packaging paper. Probably should have, if I'd have known what I was going to be doing with this, would have used something a bit flimsier. But as I say, it will make a nice sturdy pocket. So now we need to chop off, excuse me, chop off this top bit here. Stick this down. So we have a bit of a large corner tuck there. You'll have to let me know what this is like viewing wise, whether you can see what I'm doing, you know, and all that stuff. I've lost my pin. Where's my pin gone? Oh, there it is. So now obviously I will need to decorate this, and I feel like it needs something, you know, some lace or something on there, but then we can pop, you know, something like this on. So that will be another piece. I'm not going to fiddle around with it anymore now because the glue needs to dry. as I say, that will be another piece to go in there, and I will need to decorate it before I pop it in anyway, but I'll do something like that with that one. So we've got an envelope and a pocket so far, and I need a slab of tea. I'm thinking this part would make a good belly band. Gone quiet, haven't I? Sorry, because I'm thinking that's up there. That would need to come to about there, so we can chop that part off. And then again, this would need to be decorated, probably some fabric or something stitched down here, and something pretty added on. Do we want to do anything else with this right now? I think I'll leave that for now. I'm really wondering where I put all my junk mail envelopes. I don't know. Right, now these, oh, some of them are backed, so we could have some flip out pages because we have backed these. And which ones weren't backed? I'm sure some of these weren't backed. So this can be, we can have a carol pocket with this. We can attach it to a page edge and have it flipping out and have a tall pocket. So we could have a pocket that's quite pretty like that. When I say a carol pocket, if you have no idea who I'm talking about, that is Carol Laws, and she is on YouTube as Carol Laws. I will try and remember to link her channel below. So I'm just thinking, do I want to make, if I have that over a page, do I want to make that into a notepad by sticking some papers on there, or would I like to pop some sort of pocket on there, and then on the other side that will flip out and be a pocket there. I think I've left, maybe I should have made that pocket a bit bigger. is now crying to go out. It's been out all morning. It's had a good run in the garden just before I turned the video on. Now he's whinging to go back out in the garden. So that should be tall enough. And then I wonder if we've got a nice picture or something that we could use. These ones are almost big enough. Oh, there's Rapunzel. I'm just having a look to see if there's anything that might be nice on the inside of that. I might make a pocket to go on there. So I need to turn that edge in slightly. And this edge in slightly. Where are we? Where's that? So that might just be okay on there. Just turn this edge in a little bit more, just so that I make sure we don't catch on the fold. Take some of the white off there. Now I need to find, or do I? I was going to say I need to find my circle punch to put a notch in there, but I don't want to cut the Rapunzel off. So I think we will just leave it like that. So do I need a bottom? Probably best to have a bottom as well, isn't it? Let's snip these bits off again. I don't need to be that bit to be as wide. Just snip these just to make sure it's tidy. Now is my glue going to flow? Yep, marvellous. So what's been going on in your world of people? So there's not been much exciting going on in mine, all things that take up lots of my time, but nothing actually very exciting. Not that I can think of anyway. Just the usual dog walking, looking after sick daughters. And working. Right, so that's on there. And that is going to close there. I just will need to decide. So if that was my page, we'll have this flip out here with a pocket, and on the other page this flips out, that's a pocket. So I think that will work. And I may just have to decide whether I'm going to actually fix this on somehow. Or if it will just clip. I might have that just clipping in, you know. Again, I will think about that, and I won't stick this pocket down until I've decided for sure. So that's 3 things I've made so far, so it's not a bad start considering I had no plan and didn't know what I was doing. So I hope you found that interesting and not too boring and waffly. I hope you'll join me again next time for another little crafty session. In the meantime, take care of yourself, stay safe and enjoy your own crafty time. Bye-bye.